No, you're all good.
So, do you have any thoughts about food pantries, food insecurities?
Yeah, I think food insecurity is a big problem in America. It's something that I think a lot of people don't think about or realize just how many people rely on food pantries. I know I have plenty of friends who are young in their 20s who rely on government assistance, food programs, food pantries, which I think is extremely unfortunate because we have plenty of resources to provide food 10 times for the amount of people that we have here. But yeah, I think it's just an unfortunate circumstance of our current state of running government assistance and food programs.
Can you tell me a little bit about your friends who rely on
Yeah,
food pantries?
I have a lot of friends who's, you know, turned 18, moved out, or have had to kind of like provide for themselves for a long time. And I mean, they wouldn't have had dinner if it wasn't for the school sending them food home every night, or government assistant food stamps, food pantries run by different like churches, organizations. So I know that it's a good resource and it does help people. I just think that unfortunately I don't think that they should have to exist in the first place. I think food is a human right and that you shouldn't have to rely on the charity of others to eat. I think that should just be a basic universal right to have access to healthy food to eat for you and your family.
So, you believe it's a right to like have access to food?
Yeah, I mean, food, housing, shelter, all of these basic human needs is something that I think should be easily accessible and affordable to people. And I don't think it is, which, how can you focus on anything else or advancing yourself or moving up different places if you have to worry about, am I going to be able to eat tonight, or am I able to be able to feed my children this week? So yeah.
So, what do you think are like some factors that contribute to people having to rely on food pantries or government assistance or anything?
I think definitely poverty cycle. If you're born into poverty, you're more likely to live in poverty. And people, I mean, it's a matrix. It's hard to escape once you're in it. Things are expensive. Food is expensive. I mean, I think that these things come up because we aren't valuing them in our government spending. So instead of spending millions of millions and millions and millions of dollars on more extraneous things like military or government spending, we could be focusing a lot of that money on, you know, feeding people. We're the richest country in the world, and we have children going to bed hungry. Like, that doesn't make sense to me at all. So, yeah, I definitely think there's much more that our government should be doing for people, lowering the cost of living, lowering food prices, capping food prices in certain things and areas, providing more assistance to families especially.
And for you personally, how do you like? How much do you spend on groceries? Or do you like?
Oh man, it's definitely gone way up. I mean, just me and my roommate alone will buy a week's worth of groceries at the cheapest grocery store here, and it's $120 to $150, and we buy mainly bulk products, fruits and vegetables, more, I guess, cheaper options, canned goods. And it's still, I mean, that's how much my mom spent in like the early 2000s to feed my family of five for a full week. So it's definitely kind of insane how much we have to spend on food, even like pinching pennies, cutting certain things here and there. So yeah, it's definitely more than I would like to.
And did you know that we actually have a food pantry here at UNT that's helping out?
I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah, we have a food pantry here. What do you think about like students having like the difficulty to like afford food and to a food pantry?
I mean, like I said, I don't think that they should have to exist in the first place. I think it's an unfortunate like, you know, it happens because of our unfortunate circumstances. I think it's great that it's there and it's a good resource. But I do know that, you know, how can you focus on learning and like getting your education if you're sitting through class and your stomach's growling, or, you know, you're tired because you didn't get to eat anything that morning. So, yeah, I think it's great that it's there, but it's just sad that, you know, it has to be there, I think.
I think that's it.
Okay, cool.
Okay.